Feel it. You got it. We're back. Well, I would have kept going, Brian, but that's all right.
Is that even the right song?
That was a good song.
That wasn't our song.
No, I chose a different one at the last second.
But we didn't have a song.
That's
Esther.
called an audible in sports.
But I'll say this. We didn't have, I don't know what the song is. I like that song. I would have kept going. But, Brian, I trust you. You get the numbers. You understand the chemistry behind podcasting and how it's done. So
I felt like we had a moment over that song.
we did.
And then
we actually did.
And then it wasn't the right song.
What song are you talking about? The one that Brody had on
Instagram.
Instagram. I actually looked it up, but it was just kind of like, hey, we're having a podcast. You know, it wasn't that exciting.
What do you mean? That song?
Yeah, it wasn't like a let's get ready to podcast song.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have been fine with whatever.
And you asked what we wanted, and I said Lady Gaga. And
So you got, all right, Lady Gaga. You're still into her.
Yeah.
She's cool. All right, listen. I'm here. I'm Stephen Brody Stevens, visiting here at the Ice House, and we are back. I like this shot. You know, maybe I can do, Brian, this shot. Mm-hmm. You know the shot that I came in on? What was that shot I came in on?
That was the same shot.
This one?
Yeah.
No, because I was leaning like this, and remember I said I was my elbow was here?
Yeah, I haven't changed anything. You just are sitting different.
Okay, good.
Is it the same?
I don't think it's the same. It was that camera.
I don't know.
All right, here we go. All right, let me stay focused. 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody. Stephen Brody Stevens here for another episode of Brode and Esther. It's been a while, but you put out the positive energy, and we are back together right now here in Pasadena County, California. My name is Brody, your friend, and I'll do intros. You're listening to the Death Squad Network, and the host of this program, the umbrella, if you will, is Mr. Brian Redban. Yes, let him hear it. There he is.
It's good to see you guys back in the studio. I missed you guys.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll tell you what, I'm playing to the camera a little bit right now, and I will retweet what Brian just set out. So I know there's a podcast version. Hello, podcasters. There is also a video version. Hello, video people. And there's also a live video version. And I say hello to you. Thank
Brody,
you for being here.
Brody, you didn't introduce me.
I'm going to, but I just wanted to get that out of the way because I was acting a certain way right in. Oh, that sounds better already in my ear.
There we go.
What did you do,
I
Brian?
just turned you up a little in the trebles.
All right, thank you.
Now I'm a little too loud.
All right, we're having some technical issues, but as a professional, we will move on to the next subject at hand. I am Brody, and sitting across from me is my friend. She has been there for me. She's great energy. She speaks from the heart and the mind. She gets it. She's embraced me, and she's funny. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is. Give it up for Miss Little Esther. Yeah.
Thank you, Brody. Thank
Okay,
you.
we got it. We're back.
It's good to see you.
All right, good to be back. Great to be back. You know, I'm here with Brian, and we're getting adjusted to the technical stuff. There's new headphones. There are, Brian, we haven't done it for a while. How long has it been?
Shit, like 7 months? It
hasn't been 7 months.
What kind of coloring do you want in the studio today? Like, what are you feeling? Yellows, blues?
I'm wearing,
pinks?
Positive colors.
No, I like this color. I'm wearing polarized Ray-Bans. So
Brody,
I'm not an
do you
expert.
Have the same sunglasses as me? I feel like.
Are yours? No, let me see. Let me touch yours. I just want to get comfortable. For some reason.
I think you got the same glasses as me. Because I know I got them first.
Let me see. All right, that's what I like.
For your audio listeners, he's pulling down his pants and stroking.
Brian, I can't do that. Brian, I can't do that stuff, all right? I can't do that. That kind of comedy is not acceptable. I want to get lined up with this is the way I should be.
Oh, this is nice.
So the mic should be here, and I'm facing you. Something is not normal.
Brody, did you or did you not buy the same
Oh, I'm
sunglasses
getting,
as me?
Brian, it's actually giving me a headache because I'm looking at myself, but I'm looking over there. Is there any way
You're looking at that TV right here?
I can do that? I want to look like this.
Right.
Without this.
Without your chest?
Yeah, I want to be, okay. I want to face Esther. Okay,
But-
that's a weird shot, but I'll take it. This is a weird shot. All right. I don't mind that.
Are you okay?
I'm great, Esther, but I'm getting freaking nauseous because the monitor's there,
I think
and it's
the
throwing me
smoke.
off.
I think it's the smoke. Someone's smoking.
I'm not smoking.
I can smell smoke.
All
Who's
right, let's get
smoking?
this thing going. All right, Esther, great to have you back.
Thank you. Great to have
This
you
is
back.
not my best angle. That's all I'm saying, Brian.
It's the same angle. It's a straight-on angle.
When I got here, what was I doing?
This angle right here.
I was doing this. I go,
Yeah, you're sitting that way a little. Probably.
How many drug
but I was
addicts?
facing Esther. Okay, I'm going to do this. I got it.
How many drug addicts have worn these headphones before me?
Not really many a lot of potheads. Do you consider potheads drug addicts?
I think I have to. No, I guess not.
Nancy
Okay,
Grace.
now,
I'm
Brian,
Nancy Gray. Esther Gray.
this is way off. Oh, God.
Try it again.
Brody.
I want to sit like this and face Esther.
Right.
And I want... Oh, man.
Brody, what's wrong?
All right, I'm going to talk. Because I don't like this angle. I like this angle. I want to be like this. Right? There.
There.
That one.
Yeah.
That's what I want on camera. But I'm looking... My eye... Well, I'm going to take my glasses off. Son of a bitch.
Are we taking our hats off?
No, but look. Hey, everybody. Okay, that looks good, right?
Yeah.
But Esther's there. Esther's
I know,
there.
but
I want to
when
like...
Esther talks, you can just keep on looking straight at the TV, and then you can see her on the TV.
It's giving me a headache, but I'll play along. I want a good angle on me.
I think we have to cancel the show.
Quiet. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to say quiet. All right, Esther, what's been going on with you?
Hi, bro.
But do you understand where I'm coming? Do you think I'm weird for this?
I get it. Sometimes I don't like the shot. Sometimes I don't like how I look, and sometimes it's totally confusing. But you just kind of got to go with the flow because we're on live podcasting.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you for talking me down.
But I do understand where you're coming from, and it's good that you know to speak up when you're uncomfortable, and that's what a pro does, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
Are you okay?
I'm just looking at the monitor. Like that shot right there. I'm very comfortable right now. This is a comfortable energy for me right now.
Are you comfortable looking at me and with the angle that the camera
That
has?
monitor's giving me a headache. Hey, I'll tell you why it is. Because I'm looking at it. It's right frickin' there. And then it's not the angle I like. Can we turn that monitor off?
What? Are you okay now?
It's off.
Yeah, I'm better. All right.
But now you're gonna look at that monitor and then not look at me. Which
Can we
is
turn
okay.
this monitor off, Brian? It's giving me a headache.
Are you serious? We always have monitors, Brody.
I'm detoxing from Klonopin.
Are you serious? Are you supposed to be doing that?
Thank you. I'm a rebel. Now, here's the deal. What I did right there. Do I love this shot? No, I don't. I don't think it's the funniest shot. But there's really nothing we can do about it. It's nobody's fault. But how do we fix it? We turn off the monitor. We turn off that for me, and then I just deal with it. And it really doesn't matter. So you avoid it. That's positive energy.
Yeah, because now you don't know there's a camera, and it's just like having a normal conversation.
And that's what I want to do. I want to have a normal conversation.
Okay.
So
But
I
is
had
the
it.
podcast gonna be okay with that shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's fine. It was more for me. No one's going to say, Brody, that angle sucked. You look terrible, you know?
You know, this is the same angle that we use ever since
But
Death
I'm
Squad was
different.
created.
I know, but here's the deal. But Brian, I've changed.
As a person, your face has changed.
No, but my perspective on things have changed.
Right.
I'm not coming in here. I'm not being a diva. I'm not being a jerk. I'm just saying like what I feel. You know what's going on. Now maybe we have to factor in I'm on medication, different medication than it was before, not good or bad, and we haven't done it for a while. A lot of things have happened. But you know what? We're professionals. We're adults. We're friends. and we kind of worked it out. And I'm always thinking about the listener at home, because I've done so many podcasts, and I haven't done it for a while here. It's been a little while, and then doing the show especially with you and I, Esther. Mm-hmm. So, because you learn, you get older, and I did those early podcasts where I would yell into the mic, and do I play to the camera? Do I play? And so, and I know we do a good podcast, and I just need to chill and relax, but people have to understand.
Chill and relax.
Right. I just want to say one thing, and we'll move on. People have to understand my life has changed. I'm not talking about your life. Yours lives at home. So I'm talking about me. I've gone through something unique to me and unique overall. So from my perspective, to be a little different or skewed or whatever, 2 months, or I'm not even less than a month after a big moment in my life, good or bad, my half-hour special, whatever. So there is some adjustment for all parties involved. That being said, here she is, Esther Podvitsky from Chicago.
Brody, how would you, because this is something that people are really curious about, because like my parents called me every Monday and would tell me how much they loved the night before's episode of your show, and they're like, where's Brody now? And I think people want to know, like, after the show, where are you now? And how has your life changed from your unique moment?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
Where I am at right now, mentally or physically or career-wise, or just all of that?
I think all of it, just together, where are you now?
Okay. Right now, I feel okay. Like, honestly, physically, and I mentioned this off mic earlier, I'm having, I think I have a strain, like a muscle strain, that, I had a sports hernia. I had a hernia back in 2000, and I feel like I have another hernia. I went through that before.
You're talking about pulling a groin or hernia?
No, it's like my testicle, but it's going up.
Yeah,
well,
it's pulling a groin, right?
No. I mean, that could be related, but
there's no muscle in your testicle.
I know, but if you have a hernia, a sore testicle is an indicator, and it's going. I press up in my stomach area. This is WebMD stuff, and I press up there, and I feel there's an area where it's tender. So it's similar to what I went through before. I'm not ruling out anything.
Have you done anything strenuous? Have you?
Yeah, because I did. I
have you ruled out pregnancy?
Esther. Well, maybe I can't get a girl pregnant now.
No.
How does that sound?
I just mean.
So I wouldn't even joke about that.
I'd like to rule that out first when I have pain.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of. It is in the back of my mind. It's hard to perform. Number one, when. Yeah, I think I heard it. This is what I'm thinking in my mind. What happened? This will take 1 minute. Give me 90 seconds on the clock, please.
That's a minute and a half.
Okay. I had a pain similar to this in that area, not as intense or as tender, maybe 7-8 years ago. And he said, the doctor who looked at it, he thought I had a partial hernia, meaning that you don't really need surgery, just watch it. That's what he said. And I started riding the bike. I started jump rope. I started doing more activities, like knowing that maybe it felt better when I did that, just getting the blood flow or whatever. And it got better. So everything was fine, all good.
You're out of time.
No, that did not take 90 seconds, Brian. That was about 45 seconds. All right, can I get some extended play, like pole position?
Yeah.
All right, so slide whistle?
I extended your time.
All right, thank you. All right, so this go around, everything's fine, but I jammed it on a. It's hard to talk about. Guys know what I'm talking about. I jammed it on a chair, taking the stage at the Improv.
What's it?
Like my testicle area. It's like
Were you hard at the time?
Brian,
that's not even a joke.
Hey, bro.
No, I was.
Brian.
My penis was not. I don't have an erect penis when I take the stage.
Some people do, I bet. Esther, have you ever seen him erect before?
No, Brian, that's disgusting. Stop, Brian. We're family.
No, she hasn't. But I'll tell you what. Just in closing, it's in the back of. It's in or on the back of my mind, so I got to get it looked at. I think it's a hernia. I'm hoping it's a hernia, or I'm hoping actually. Well, you don't want it to be testicular something. It could be. So I got to get it looked at. And you think about it, it's just a hard thought for guys to go through.
How hard?
All right. You know what? So that's the deal. So you asked where I'm at. Esther?
Yeah.
Physically, that's one ailment.
Okay.
And then the second thing
What are the other ailments?
is just maybe one, maybe two, but more one.
Okay.
You know, when you're put on a medication, however you get there, you do have to adjust, whether you're getting on, getting off, and I am adjusting. I'm trying to get off. I'm trying to get off these things.
Isn't that like what started everything that
Well, I
went
did it.
wrong?
No, but I did it without doctor's supervision, and I did it cold turkey, and I was in another country, and they gave me an antibiotic. No, I messed up. I did mess up.
Right.
So I know now not to go cold turkey. I'm weaning off, but I don't want to be on, Klonopin. So I'm detoxing from that. I can get into the reasons why, but that's why I'm having, I'm a little on edge, but I'm aware that I am, and I just have to say to myself, okay, Brody, Stephen, you're detoxing, just chill. And if you have sweaty palms, which I get, or you get irritated by something, just take a step back, maybe address it. The monitor was bugging me. Now, you could say, like Brian said, hey, it's been that way the whole time and all this. And he's right. But
Doesn't that freak you out, though? That,
No,
it's something that's normal is not being normal. And that seems like what happened last time, things that were normal.
Let's not go into that. That makes zero sense. And
Are
I'll
you
tell
doing
you.
this with doctor supervision?
Yes.
Yes.
So, but here's the deal. Nobody can go to me and say, you're not acting normal.
Right.
Nobody. Meaning that the only people can say that are the people who see me at work every day. I've been doing audience warm-up on a big show. I've done, close to 15 shows. They're seeing me there, working, pushing, and...
You want more time?
No, you brought me into why I'm off it. I've just told you that I'm dealing with that. That's all, but,
Because I do feel like a couple weeks into the show airing, I would get text messages from you that were like, you pulled over on the highway and, you were in a motel and you were shivering.
With a hooker.
And, I didn't know. Brian.
Why were you in a hotel?
I
was just going through a lot. I just drove up to Bakersfield, and
Yeah,
I'm a Star Woods member, and I went to a Red Roof Inn, and
You hit the roof.
I was just shivering. It wasn't mania. It was just...
you said you were
scared.
You were posted up.
was posted up. And
Now, are those feelings and posting up scenarios, are those gone now? Are you better? Now that the show is aired?
Yes. I feel, honestly, and I've been honest the whole time, I feel relieved. I feel as though I did push it to the limit on everything. And so that the adrenaline's gone, out of my body, which kind of leaves me a little sore, beat up a little bit. And then on top of, I don't want to be on this Klonopin, and the reason why I've been trying to get off this thing, the reason why I'm saying I want to be off it, because if I didn't take it for 2 or 3 days, I'd get sweaty palms and my body would crave it. And I wasn't anxious. I know why I had anxiety in the first place. It was because they put me on these other drugs, and I was living in Hollywood and all that stuff. So once I moved back to the Valley and I started becoming, adjusted some other meds, started working more, I was saying, why do I need that Klonopin? Can I at least try to get off it? And that's kind of where I'm at.
Brody, I can't help but feel a little bit of guilt because I feel like I was the one who sort of shepherded you moving to Hollywood.
Honestly, no. It never crossed my mind that anybody's at fault. Nobody. For me, I wanted to move to Hollywood, so I felt like that was a perfect opportunity. I got kicked out of my apartment, not evicted. Thank you, West Side Rentals. That's a local reference. I kind of wanted to move over the hill and see what it was like. Mm-hmm. So I thought that this was an opportunity for me to do it.
But it just wasn't a fit for you.
Wasn't a fit. That energy driving right into it. Just the traffic, the people, the mindset. It was just too much for me. Being that I'm from the Valley, why would I want to uproot myself from a place that I was born at, lived my formidable years, and for me to go over the hill and be around people who aren't from here, essentially, it wasn't a good fit for me, And
it's
then
for like younger people too, don't you think? Like,
Well,
it's like I'm not saying
What do
you're
you mean
old,
younger?
but like I can't move into Hollywood right now. I would fucking go crazy. I'd be like exactly.
Why
like
would you?
Brian,
Right.
fudge.
Fu-
Just use the fudge word.
You don't have to say the F
I'm
word.
sorry, but
Well, you could.
hearing
I'm not gonna stop you.
black helicopters all night,
Right.
Hearing sirens,
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that was a
Homeless
problem.
people peeing
That
all
was a
over.
problem when I lived there too.
Yeah, it's not only that. I mean, look, there's loud streets in the Valley. I think it's the mindset. It is the traffic. It is the tour buses. It is, you're just driving right into it. No parking.
Right.
That's why it's just kind of crazy how Runyon Canyon's there. It is a necessary. I can see why people do it. Hollywood is stressful.
Yeah.
And you have to go on Runyon Canyon. That's why these people are getting out of the house and walking up Runyon Canyon, because Hollywood will do that to you. So you live out in the Valley, there ain't a Runyon Canyon because you don't need it. You actually have to have Runyon Canyon there, or people would go insane. In the Valley, you can go to a park. I can go to Balboa Park and nobody's there and just breathe in the fresh air. And we're lucky you're around here in California, Southern, you can do that. That's why I love Arizona, just the open skies and the peacefulness. It helps me.
Are you scared of earthquakes?
I used to be.
Because I am now.
Well,
Why now?
Yeah, why now?
Because I had a premonition. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
great.
No, I'm just
Why'd you
kidding.
even put it in the universe?
That's negative. I'm going to fight that out. I'm going to
just
fight
kidding.
that out.
It was a joke. I just, because when I went home to visit my family, they were like saying that they just like brought it up. They were like, California has earthquakes. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Well, other
No,
places
we
have
don't.
earthquakes now. There was an earthquake in Washington, D.C. a couple of years ago. There was an earthquake, obviously, in Haiti, and they've had them in Puerto Rico. So
Yeah, they had one in Ohio recently.
you have earthquakes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we are California. Yeah, we are susceptible. I'm just trying to retweet this thing. We are susceptible. Okay, there it is. Did I retweet it, Brian? Boom. Going live now. Meow. Okay.
By the way, the last time we did a Brode and Esther, you guys, I said 6 months, 7 months, but it was actually over a year ago.
I don't believe it. Really?
November 16th, 2012.
Whoa.
Maybe I'm just confusing it with, wow, that's a long time ago. I think maybe we did an Ice House Chronicles no, but I did.
No, you've done shows. I'm just saying that we haven't done a Brode and Esther since.
Really?
That
I would say 6 months, but I was such in another world. You see what I'm saying, Brian?
Yeah.
I feel, I'm not, I feel good. I'm not down, but I have to, it's like I'm getting my sea legs a little bit.
What's that mean? Sea legs.
Well, I'm talking about it's a real thing when you're
Sea legs.
adjusting. Meaning, it's like you take off you're taking off a cast and you're free, like a calf maybe. I say sea legs, I guess it's just a term. But getting adjusted, getting comfortable, it takes a little while. I'm getting my legs beneath me. You're saying sea legs, you're actually thinking of a creature from
Yeah.
It's probably an old Navy term. Guys, you got to get your sea legs. We're going there.
Like as if you were just at sea for a long time, or you
Correct.
were about to go to sea.
I would say sea. You're already out there. Get your sea legs. You got to do it.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I just did. Go out there and get your sea legs.
You gotta do it.
You got to do it.
So are you happy with your post-show life? With your post-billboard life? Like, are you happy that it all happened? Has it affected you positively? Are you in a better place because of it? Like, what now?
Are you sad that it's done?
Good
For right
questions.
now?
All right, let's. Am I sad it's done? I'm not sad.
It may not be.
I don't know if I'm sad. Well, no,
Yeah, I meant
you're talking
temporary.
about like whatever I went through, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sad. I wanted to kind of regroup because that show was just, it's hard to put that out there in the world, all these little thoughts in my head and everything, and just throwing it out there, going for it. It's hard to do. And you're seeing me right now. Yeah, you got to recover a little bit. I can't like jump into the next thing. Are
you getting recognized
My
a
headphones
lot?
Oh, okay.
My headphones are too loud again.
Are you getting recognized a lot?
More so. Yeah, it's noticeable.
Try those.
It's noticeable that I get noticed more.
Yeah. Esther, what about you? We haven't, like, I have not even, I think the last time I hung out with you,
Yeah,
we
what's
did a
Esther
show
been up to?
in Irvine together, but, I only got to see briefly. What you've been on, one of the biggest things that I think is the coolest is that you've been on TV a lot. You have this thing with MTV, but you also had a fantastic set on Craig Ferguson.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you.
Guys, thank you.
Why am I thanking you? Thank you for doing that, Esther.
Thank you.
That's cool. Let's hear it. I'm going to hear it.
No.
She's one of the new faces at the Just for Laughs festivals in Montreal.
Oh, he messed up.
The festival in Montreal. It's great. She's very funny and she's adorable.
Ooh.
Very cute.
Very.
Oh, that's creepy.
But, in I mean that fatherly way, obviously.
Oh,
Sure, yeah.
double creepy.
Don't say it like that, because then it sounds like I don't mean it like
I'm
that.
sorry, Craig. That's how I feel. Well, don't. Yeah, see, they're laughing. Good
Esther
energy.
Povitsky, everybody.
Here she is, little Esther.
Oh, I don't want to watch it. Let's just let people watch it on their own.
Are you in
We'll
pajamas?
just look at the first opening. Let's
No,
see.
I wasn't in pajamas. I was wearing
Hello?
a big sweater.
I'm so excited to be here. This is exciting. A little about me. I am half Jewish, half regular.
That's funny.
Thank you, Brody.
And I'm not technically Jewish because my mom is Christian
That's
and
funny.
sexually attractive.
Funny. Wait.
Whoa. Yeah, but check it out. It's Esther Povitsky on Craig Ferguson. You can find the whole thing on YouTube.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Was that
guys.
nerve-wracking? I mean, were you scared as fuck?
I was scared as
Why?
fuck.
What were you scared of?
Because
I mean, I'm not saying scared. I'm sorry. I came at you hard.
I think I was under the impression, because when I had taped Adam Devine's house party, a lot of people were able to retape their sets, and I didn't have to retape my set there, but knowing that I could, I was like, oh, there's not that much pressure. But then when I got to Craig Ferguson, I was like, so if I mess up, I can just redo it, and they were like, no, of course not.
You thought you may be able to redo it?
Yeah, maybe that was amateur of me. I haven't ever had to redo
Who
a set.
Who okayed that thought? That you could redo it at Ferguson?
Some comedians from
Your manager or agent?
no,
Or
some fellow comedians.
The booker didn't say it? Like, Esther, you get one shot here. There's no do-overs.
Yeah, I wouldn't think there would ever be a do-over. That's
On a talk show.
That's never.
I don't
But
know.
I'll tell you what,
You're
actually,
right.
but there is a form of that, and I'll get to that. So I'm not going to be. We're busting your ball.
Thank you.
We're busting your ball.
Her little blood ball.
Ew.
Oh, come on, Brian.
Ryan,
That's disgusting. That just
That's
caused a pain in my
disgusting.
abdomen.
That's
Abdomen.
so gross.
All right, Esther, tell us a little bit more about why you were nervous or scared.
I
for
was just
Ferguson.
scared because it was like high stakes. I also had one night notice.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Sometimes that's good.
Yeah, I guess it was good, but like all the sets that I did the night before were like bad and I kept messing up. So when it finally came to the show, that was like the first time I was doing that set, so I was nervous about that. And I don't know, I was just scared.
Were you scared that you weren't going to get laughs, or you were scared that you were going to fumble something?
I think I was more afraid of fumbling.
Okay. Well, that's normal.
Because by the time I had done this set, those were jokes that I had been doing for almost like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years.
Yeah.
So I knew that they would work, especially for that crowd.
Doesn't it seem like a very fake like background? Like it almost looks like a blue screen, like you're in front of a fake curtain. Doesn't it seem like it?
It
Maybe
is
I'm just-
very classical.
It's weird.
You mean CGI green screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure some shows are. So
My hair looks good.
you look great. I'm not looking at the monitors though.
Did Craig
know that.
Did Craig try to like hit
Describe
on
how you
you
look.
or like like hey come in my helicopter? Oh look at this.
Does he have a helicopter?
I don't know. He did not try to hit on me, no. He said that he got his start at the Montreal Comedy Festival.
Okay, I want to ask you a couple more questions because I did that show. That was my first television appearance.
Really?
The Craig Kilborn show. So I know exactly what you went through.
Oh my God, really? Wait, tell me about it.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you basically what I did because I was in your exact position. So I did premium blend, which is kind of like Adam Devine's
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah.
You know, new comedians,
5
their first
to 6 minutes.
exactly
Yeah.
first time on stage. So I think I did. They were next to each other. I either did Kilborn first or Premium Blend first, one or the other. But they were right next to.
I recorded House Party first, but that didn't air until after.
How was that?
That was great. I didn't mean to cut Brody off though.
You didn't.
I'm sorry.
I'm a good guy. So when I did, I'll say Ferguson. I actually did Craig Kilborn, and just having the cue cards up there helped me. I didn't think that. I thought I'd do okay.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just kind of surreal to me that, wow. Powered through it. I didn't think like I'm going to mess up. I didn't think that I'm not going to get laughs. I felt like I was going to do well. It was just kind of surreal to me that, wow, I'm going to see myself on TV.
Yeah.
There's cameras here, and you're nervous, you're excited. I didn't think I was going to do bad, and I didn't put in my head I was going to fumble, because I'm not saying it's your only shot, but it is a shot. It's like you're gonna do it. You've done it so much, you believe in yourself that you're not going to flub. If you really, and you deserve to be on there. They wouldn't put you on a show if you weren't ready. So you just have to be undeniable, and you will be from now on. You're not going to question yourself. So that first time, all right, maybe you're questioning yourself, but now on, you just push forward, keep
Push
going.
and believe.
It really is. You push, and you have to believe in yourself. Beyond that, you're doing the work. You just said you went out and were doing stand-up the night before, 3 sets or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and it does help for me, like when I did my half-hour special, to have the teleprompter, to have it there. Eventually, hopefully down the road, you don't need it, or maybe it's a good safety net, I feel, for me. But, yeah, congratulations. Esther Pavitsky, everybody. Give her a nice hand.
Yeah.
Great job.
Brody,
Yeah.
It's not about me. These are just small things. This is about you and your huge TV show.
It's not a
that
huge.
everyone loves.
It's not huge.
What is this MTV stuff that you're doing, Esther?
Good question, Brian. Back into Esther.
I shot a digital series for MTV. It's for their website, mtvother.com. And we just did 3 episodes to start, and we'll see how those go. And then maybe we'll hopefully do more. But it's called Esther with Hot Chicks.
Is that the LBTV? It's transgender. I'm kidding.
No.
I shouldn't make a joke like that. No, what's the joke? Or what's the network? The LBGYN?
Logo?
Something like that. All right, so I didn't mean to rain on your parade. Continue.
Brody.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm detoxing. Okay, back to Esther.
And yes, that's a picture from it.
Is this is a guy wearing a wig?
That's Brent Weinbach, a comedian wearing a wig. He plays my brother, Steven. I basically play a crazy version of myself, and I interview models. And that girl is Kaylin Russo. She is probably the prettiest person on the planet, and I was lucky to get her.
What does she do?
She's a model, and she was in Justin Bieber's music video recently. And she's just great.
How do you get these?
Why does it look like you have
book
weird
them?
makeup on?
Because
probably
that was
does.
from that scene. I had like a rash.
Oh, I see.
Who books the? Do you book the girls, or do this your?
It's a mix. I oversee it, and
That's cool. Another great thing to feel about. That's a great thing to feel about having that show.
thank you. Well, we already shot it, so the fun is over. But now we're just editing it.
But if you guys want to ask me more questions,
Brody,
I'm totally open to it.
I'm dying to know.
Ask me lead me, point me in the right direction.
Brody,
It'll be like a press conference.
what is life like now? Like overall, what do you feel like?
I feel good.
Wow, I'm so happy I had the show, or wow, I told too much.
No.
What do you?
Well, you know what? It does enter my head sometimes that I tell too much, but that's a very small percentage.
Yeah.
I don't think I told too much. I told a lot. Like I said, I went for it. So I'm sure people probably think this guy told told us too much, maybe.
I don't think so.
My feeling is,
I think people like your honesty.
well, I went for it. I just went for it. I didn't hold back. So that enters my head. And the other thing is, it just feels good that I did it. Here's the way I look at it. It's an accomplishment that I did it. It did happen. It did happen. It's not like it didn't happen. It did. Feel good about it. It's a calling card. It doesn't define who I am, but I did a show. A lot of people like it. Different elements of it. I'm good with it. I feel like 85% of they got it. They took what was in my head and they nailed it to 85%. Like 15%, it's like, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You're never going to get 100%. So the fact that I feel like they got 85% of my 100% message, I have to say thank you. They did a great job. And yeah, I feel better because I learned. I know if I ever get another opportunity to do something, you learn about how to go, set up parameters and scheduling, just technical stuff or communication. I just learned. You just learn. But you have to go through it. You have to, Jeff Ross told me, I'm sure he got it from somebody else because it's a thing. You have to break some eggs to make an omelet. You know what I mean? So like, I broke some eggs. I broke my eggs. I broke their eggs. Eggs were broken.
Uh-huh.
And
now
I think
an omelet.
Well, yeah, we have an omelet.
With veggies?
I'm a potatoes guy.
Egg whites? Or all the whole egg?
Whole egg. But egg whites would be healthier?
Not necessarily. Cholesterol is good for you these days.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good. Certain cholesterol levels. My cholesterol's good.
It is.
Yeah. I had a physical, by the way. So anybody out there thinking about other things, I had my physical, all good. I'm
Finger in the butt and everything. That kind of physical.
God, Brian.
No, I mean like that one. Like
Brian.
Yeah,
What
I'll
do
tell
you
you what.
mean?
I'll tell you what. I had that one about 2 years ago. I had it.
Did you have it, Brian?
yeah.
You had it already?
Yeah,
You don't need that until you're 40.
Hey, I
So you opted
I
for
party
it.
like I'm 40, so I got it early. Why not?
And I'm going to say something else, audience. I could be funny here. I could like make that funny and do a joke, but I'm actually trying to answer some of these questions seriously and not do shtick. I just want to let people know because
Thank you.
I think of there's funny people out there. I'm hear funny stuff but I'm only doing what I'm doing right now. So thank you very much for understanding that statement.
Thank you.
I forgot what Brian was saying.
Like, did you get the balls grabbed? And the
Oh
fingers-
my gosh. Please.
Well, that's real shit. Like,
My
you guys
balls
They
grabbed.
grab your balls, they make you do the cough thing, and then
What?
and then they put a finger in your ass.
I had that. Yeah, I had it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You haven't had that yet, Esther? You're
No.
way too young.
They
It's
don't do that to
uncomfortable.
girls.
It is uncomfortable, but you know what? Deal with it.
Esther, when you go to the gynecologist and they put that thing in you that opens up your vagina.
Come on, Brian. Brian, here's the deal.
Does it feel-
Brian, I can't do that. Let me ask you a question. Would that joke be allowed?
It's not a
at-
joke. I'm asking.
Could you do that joke at, let's say, the Laugh Factory?
We can't do that here.
Could you do
Brian.
that joke in front of Major League Baseball managers? I don't think so.
No.
They would love that.
I don't think so. I don't think they'd go for that's kind of harsh. That's max hardcore adult video stuff, and I can't be a part of it.
A gynecologist?
It's just I know gynecologists. My friend's father gave birth to Pat Benatar's child. I know about gynecology.
So all what I was asking is when Esther has like that thing that opens up her vagina.
Oh
I
my
can't-
god.
Brian, I can't honestly.
Oh my
Let me ask you a question.
gosh.
When I do my comedy, this is what I think
It's
about.
like vocal molestation.
Thank you, Esther.
Thank you, Brody. Thank
Brian.
you.
When I do.
All I wanted to know, can you feel like air going into
Oh
you?
my god.
Like,
All right, now here's what I would have said. Here's how I would have
like,
said
like
it.
if the air
Here-
conditioning's on, can you feel it?
Okay, that's better. So much better.
That's all I was saying.
But you were saying you used the V word, you used metal objects, spreading. So let's just, hey, Esther, when you go get checked on at your, can you feel the air conditioning when they're intruding? Funnier, safer, happier. We will build him. The $6 million man.
No.
And nobody gets that reference. Again, I'm in my head thinking, but I'll keep it positive.
And how does it like not just like when it opens up? How does it not just like slide the whole thing out?
Oh
Do they
my
like
God,
like
what
like
do you
attach it
mean?
to your
All right,
lips?
here's the deal.
Ew.
Brian, I can't do
no.
that. I just can't. Here's the deal. I work on a show. I'm involved in a very hip show right now. That kind of humor, I can't have it there. That wouldn't be allowed.
Right.
And it's a popular show.
Right.
I'm only doing the kind of comedy that feels right to me, number one, and then I factor in, is it good, and then likable, and who's doing it? If somebody's popular, what's going on there? Wow, I can see why. I can see why they have the numbers.
Because they don't have to go there.
You don't have to, Brian.
That's a simple question. I just wanted to know the answer.
Thank you.
Well, Google.
All right, so Esther.
Because we're talking about, him getting a physical, and you have to go through like a physical, every 6 months you should be going to the gynecologist.
No,
so you pretty much
not
have
every
to,
6 months.
well, what is it, every year?
Every year.
So every year you pretty much have to get a physical, but it's way worse than a guy's physical that we complain about when we turn 30 or 40. You have to get your vagina opened up. You
What,
have to have-
Brian?
They don't
Okay,
open
keep it cool.
They don't open it up. Keep it cool.
Keep it
is
cool.
right.
Keep it cool. Come on,
Keep
man.
It cool. Hashtag
Come on.
keep
I
it
don't want to
cool.
think of that. That's kind of, I can't even visual. I fight that visual. It's just not, I don't want to do that.
Keep it cool.
Keep it cool, Brian. That's wasted energy on my part. It's like pressing my buttons. It's pressing my buttons.
What? On your show, are you dating anyone right now?
No, I'm not dating anybody. We'll treat this like a press conference. No, I'm not. But Esther, here's the deal. I can't, because things have changed in my life. It's like, I'm not saying I can't go backwards and people go, hey, you're not, you moved on, you're bigger and better. No, you're not. You just go where your instincts take you. Mm-hmm. It's like working at a job where you're making X amount of dollars, and then you get another job doing the same thing, and you're making X amount of dollars less. You're going to feel like crap, and I would never do that. I would never do, unless I was
What?
like destitute. Meaning, like, would you
kinda don't
take a job?
understand.
Okay, Esther, let me explain it to you as an adult.
Okay.
You take a job, I'll throw it out there. You're getting $300 every day. You work this job, 300. The job ends.
Okay.
Okay? So, and you were good at it, just ends for whatever reason.
Did I save or spend?
You probably spent, hey, it's good money.
Okay.
$300, not bad.
For how long?
We'll say 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Then you come back. Okay, that it ran its course. Hey, there's a new show. And same producers, new show. And then between that time, when they were deciding, you did a commercial, you did this, you did warm up on another thing. You worked on another thing. And then you come back and they go, okay, here's a show. It's even harder, actually. It's a little different, harder. And they're giving you the standard rate again.
Is that 300 or is that less?
Oh, no, I take that back. They give you less. But the bottom line is, you just can't work for what you got to keep moving up,
What?
Esther. Gosh, you're okay. You're putting negative energy. You picked it up from Brian. I'm going to explain it to you one time.
Not Brody.
You're not letting. Let me explain it one time.
Wait, but you didn't.
Because I have it clearly in my head.
Okay, say it.
Will you give me 90 seconds on the clock?
Yeah. That's a minute and a half.
Okay, here we go.
Do you know that 1 minute?
I'll tell you
is
exactly. I'm going to give you exactly. I got it.
I just want to make sure you know that a minute is how many seconds?
90.
No,
No.
minutes. I got a minute and a half is 90 seconds.
A minute and a half.
Okay, here we
Good,
go.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. When the people say, hey, this guy got too big for his britches, he's not cool. I mean, he's moved on. He's hanging out. He's too big for us. It's kind of like working somewhere and you're getting $300 a day.
Uh-huh.
And then you come back and there's another thing. You're doing the exact same thing, if not more. And all you could do is get $100 out of
Okay.
it. So then you go, I'll do it, even though I don't want to. I'm doing it because I'm friends with you, and I did it. You'll play to that. You got to keep going up. You just can't. It's like, go for it. If you think you're worth more money, go for it.
Uh-huh.
I believe in myself.
So what
I'm not.
happened?
I demanded more money, and I got it. Thank you. And it's about following your instincts. It's not about being a diva or a jerk. My instincts tell me, that got me to this point, tell me, don't work for that money. If it's making you sick, don't do it. And it's not about money, and it's not about being a diva or being a baby. It's about listening to your heart.
A diva is a female version of a hustler.
Well, there you go. But you know what I mean? Like
It's about respect. Is that what you were getting to?
But it's not even about that. It's about health. If you feel what you're doing is worth a certain amount of money, or you're willing, or you need to be out of that, you grow beyond. Like, people grow out of being an audience warm up. It's like, why would I do? Here's the deal. I like doing it, but if you're getting paid $500 to do audience warm up, or you can get a gig on the road, maybe get $1,000. But, okay, you got to fly out there and travel, but you get to push it. You get to spread your wings. You can only spread your wings so much doing warm-up, is what I'm saying. You're in a box. You're a warm-up.
Do
you not understand that?
Word.
In a box?
No, the S word.
What was the S word? What was the S word?
I don't want to say it.
All right, so that's what I'm saying, Esther. It's like, yeah, I've moved on.
Did you say slit?
I've moved on. I've picked it up a notch.
On.
Yeah.
You've moved onward and upward.
Exactly. And so I was equating it to money only because I've been going through that situation. But it's like, do you do open mics still? Why would you do open mics if you're doing great spots at the Comedy Store or wherever? And not saying open mics are bad, but there's no reason for you to be doing them. You know, you're beyond that. You've done Ferguson. Why would you do an open mic?
I guess, yeah. I guess
no, there's no.
Don't.
You wouldn't. Why would you even do an open mic? Ever again. Ever.
Just to work out?
No.
Okay.
An open mic where anybody can sign up. She should never, ever do that again. And that's not a knock on that show or those people who are doing those shows, because we've all done them. Once you did Ferguson, open mics are over. Goodbye. You don't even have to think about it. Bye. Now, you can do pop-ins at other places, Comedy Store and private shows or whatever, but to do an open mic? Now, I don't even know you did them, but if you even get that.
I don't.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's what you have to do. You have to believe in. Why not you? You're doing great, so I'm not giving you a pep talk. I'm just speaking in general.
Thank you,
But
Brody.
you were talking to me. It did throw me off when you're going, I don't get it, Brody.
Well, I didn't.
What do you mean?
Brody, I just felt like you weren't being specific enough, but you know what you did?
I reined
you
it in.
You assessed the situation, and you got specific, and now we get it. We're on the same page.
Yeah, because believe me, the camera stuff, there's just a lot of variables involved. It's not only just moving and growing, it's also you have life issues. Things change. Life is always throwing you stuff.
It's true.
So you got to adjust. And it is harder when you're a performer. It is harder when you have to perform for money. You know, there's people who have jobs. They've said, okay, I'm going to keep it here. I'm going to get that job, hopefully, get that pension, get the benefits, have a wife, have a kid, maybe 2 kids, keep it right there. And they've got their problems too. But when you have to perform physically, spiritually, emotionally, and that's how you are, you're so committed to it because you're sensitive and you care, yeah, you have to be in the right frame of mind, physically, mentally. It's not easy. So, there's just so many, that's the way it goes. And I'm learning how to deal with it. I'm adjusting. And that's just from experience. And then also, it's mostly experience. It really is.
Life is hard when you're sensitive.
Life is very hard. And I'm not, here's the other thing. I'm not a guy who says, take drugs, take medication, it works. You've got to try other stuff. You know, you got to exercise and eat right. If a pill helps you do that, okay, let it be a kickstart for you. And then you got to go, hey, maybe let me adjust the meds and be positive and hike and do yoga and see those things. Try it. And you're going to have grief. You're going to have issues. You're going to have body stuff. See how you handle it. Let's not be so soft. I'm not saying you're soft. I'm not saying you're soft if you take meds. But ideally, you don't want to. So maybe you need a med to get the ball rolling. Mm-hmm. And some people go, I'm going to stay on it. I'm fine. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Me personally, once I got off Lexapro, I had so much more energy.
Sometimes I need a present to get the ball rolling.
Okay.
Like
a gift?
like a sweater.
Like salami.
What?
Like one of those gift baskets, that you get at the malls. Like
What
cheese
are
and
you
salami.
talking about?
Does anyone want to ask me more questions? Okay. Now here's the deal.
I was talking
wanna-
about like a sweater or jeans or a necklace. Got this necklace as a birthday present from my parents.
Brody, I know you do. You go into long rants a lot. Do you do that all the time? Because it seems like when we're off a podcast, you never really go in those long rants ever. Is that just something that's like that affects you when there's when there's like a microphone or?
I don't need to go on a long rant when I'm performing on the Oddball tour. I don't need to go on a long rant when I'm doing an 11 o'clock spot at the Comedy Store. I don't need to go on a long rant when I'm shooting episodes for my television program. I don't need to go on a long rant when I'm hanging out with, say, Major League Baseball players. The reason being is because those situations are professional and they're successful. So for me to go on a long rant, why am I going on a long rant? Is it because I'm in a situation where I shouldn't be? Is it me at a long rant at 2 a.m. with Don? You put yourself in those situations. I go on a long rant. I could easily say, "See ya."
See ya.
Don't need to be here.
Bye.
So what's making me go on a long rant? Audience members that don't clap.
Or laugh.
People
Or
say
focus.
audience warm-up's a tough job. It is. It is. And you almost have to be on medication to do it. So if you stop taking the medication, you're a little more on edge, but you can also be, I'm ready to go to another level, man. So long rants, fuck yeah, I do long rants. Because my words matter. Because what I'm going through, I get the emails. People don't read my inbox. They don't read the emails I get from people who appreciate what I'm saying.
What about Esther's box?
Oh my gosh! Why? Why? Why does it have to go there in a serious rant? Why? It doesn't have to. Keep it cool, man. Keep it cool.
I'm sorry, big box.
Take a peppermint.
I don't think people understand.
And
Here's the deal. This is why people go to therapy. This is why people podcast. This is why people write and journal or even tweet. I have stuff I still need to get out. There is stuff in me. And for me to deny it is not healthy. Let it
out.
Well, the reason why I'm able to say that, because if I pull away from the situation, I look at what I've done, I've earned the right to feel the way I feel. I've earned the right to pull back and go, hey, you know what? You've done all that. There's a reason why you have that perspective. Respect yourself. Be nice to yourself. So that's what I do. I just having fun, and I'm not a jerk. I'm a good guy, and I love being here and listening. But I do have stuff I gotta get out because, I was saying this. I think maybe after it's still the wounds are fresh. The wounds are fresh from doing a show. I mean, I mentioned earlier. I literally the last day it was taped was, it was on air was what less than a month ago. So for me to be, I'm getting chicks. I don't want to do shtick on the air. I'm not in shtick mode. I'm just not. So I can't play that game. And for you people at home or here, go, well, what's with Brody? Not doing it. I'm just not. So I'll podcast a little bit. That's why I took time off from a lot of podcasts, is because I knew what I was going through. And I know I can chill and bring it down a notch, but I got to get this. It's not out yet. I still have it, and the wounds are fresh. So this will I still got to regurgitate, debrief.
Desalt.
All of that. It's like when people get on me, it's like, The wounds are, you're pouring salt into my wounds. I went, well, what do you mean wounds? You had a TV show. Really? Did you let a camera into your psych ward where you spent 17 days? Did you have your mom and your sister on the show? Did you show vulnerability? I'm not saying I showed vulnerability, but
You were vulnerable.
I let people into my life. So F you. If you have an issue with how I'm dealing with it now, go F yourself. Anybody who has an issue with me or how the fact that of course you're going to get negative stuff. But honestly, if anybody has a problem, they can go fuck themselves.
Brody.
Sorry.
Brody.
Sorry.
Fudge.
Fuck.
Brody.
Oh, no.
They can go
Fudge.
fuck. But here's the deal. And just like I've just got another month of debriefing. That's all.
That's fair.
But I want to, in closing, I want to share this story while it's happening now. There's still, like I said, in about a month, that I'll be ready to do what's next, whatever next may be. But I feel like, hey, things are happening here this month. I'll share my story with what I'm going through. I know there's people out there, and it's a unique time in my life. A month from now, we'll settle down and see what's next. But I feel like there's still stuff to share from this past chapter, an epilogue, if you may,
I do think
or
we
bibliography.
That's when you show your sources. I don't know.
All that at the end of the book.
I do feel that we discussed this earlier this week on a phone call. I think you've been through a lot, and right now I think you're in take it easy zone. I think
I'm trying to, but the other, I'm working on a show where, look, I'm doing audience warm-up, and it's hard to take it easy when you're doing audience warm-up. So I'm not complaining. I'm thankful. I like it where I'm hanging out, and it's a good workout for me. And same thing there. Once everything settles, I'll get a grasp on it. I kind of need to create structure.
yeah.
And if I don't have that structure, I feel I got to create it somehow.
Well, Brody, what time are you going to bed at night, and what time are you waking up? That's important.
Okay. Honestly, I'm sleeping about 6 to 7 hours a night, which for me...
That's not a lot.
Well, for me, it's kind of what I used to do.
Don't you enjoy sleep? I fucking love sleep. I don't get as much
want
as
to.
I want.
Everyone loves sleep. We need it as human beings.
Yeah,
But
well,
Brody doesn't seem like he enjoys it.
why would I not?
does.
What do you mean? Who doesn't enjoy sleep?
What are you waking up early for?
Wait, tell me why I don't enjoy
He didn't say he was waking up
No, he says
early.
he seems like I don't enjoy it. Give me an example why you think
yeah,
I don't.
Brian.
Or it seems like I don't.
Because it's been
That's negative.
it's been documented on the show. That it seems like your Twitter line's a constant stream of tweets. From all day long.
Can I say something? When you said Twitter,
Yeah.
I'm 43.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter wasn't around when I was in high school. Yeah. Twitter wasn't around in college.
Right.
Twitter wasn't around when I started comedy. Twitter wasn't around in New York. Twitter wasn't around for the first 5 years here in me doing comedy in Los Angeles. So anyone who says, sees Twitter and have that define me is off base. Because if Twitter wasn't there...
No, it's more like time
people
stamps.
can't get to me. See, people can't get to me, and I know I can get to them. Meaning, Twitter brings that out in people. You can't say somebody's manic these days because Twitter... You're either were manic before, and Twitter is just showing that. If Twitter brings out mania, that person is not... You have to question where that person is manic, is what I'm saying.
Brody, what time are you going to bed at night?
I go to bed at 1 or 2.
And what time do you wake up?
I'll tell you exactly why I'm sleeping 6 hours. I'm 43. I know my life. Didn't I mention a minute ago?
Why we're not
that
we're not attacking you. Why
Well,
you're
you
in
said I
defense-
don't like sleep.
You're not in happy
I never said that.
mode.
He
You're
said
in
that.
You're in defense mode.
I'm just trying to check
Would
in
you?
on
Here's
you.
a deal, Brian. Would you be in defense mode if somebody came up to you and go, "It looks like you don't enjoy sleep"? How would you feel if somebody said that to
I'd
you?
be like, "What are you talking about?" And you were like,
Right. It pisses. It doesn't make me feel good. How do I answer that?
Apologize.
No, I don't want an apology.
I
but
think-
how am I supposed to answer that?
Brody, what I think you're taking what I'm saying different because what I'm saying is because you said 6 hours sleep, and I'm saying why don't you enjoy sleep? Because I'm I want I got 8 hours sleep, and I feel like that's too little. I just sleep a lot is what I'm saying. I'm not saying you hate sleep. It's like, oh, wait, you don't like sleep?
You said I don't like sleep.
Right. That's just, it's not saying that.
Why would I not like sleep, number
Serious.
one? Number two, I am detoxing. If you look at the symptoms of detoxing from Klonopin,
Right.
one of them is staying up. It's anxiety. It's not anxiety. It's, that kind of stuff. Yes, your sleep patterns are off. But just to let you know, when I played baseball at Arizona State, thank you. 5 years, thank you. Degree, thank you. Brought back for the alumni game, thank you. Over 100 players in the major leagues. Number 3 compared to every other college in the country, thank you. I wasn't on meds. I wasn't manic. And I slept 6 hours a night. That's who I am. Yes. So that's who I really am. So
No,
I'm not bashing 6 hours. I just wanted to make sure that you were waking up at a reasonable time, but you still haven't told me when you wake up.
I wake up. Look, I'm not denying that I'm not denying that I'm sleeping less. I am sleeping less.
That might not be a bad thing.
I'm finding that balance.
That might be good.
There are people who do survive on 5 to 6 hours sleep.
I know.
There are.
I believe in 8 hours.
If I could sleep 8 solid hours right now, I would.
Is this because you're going off Klonopin? I feel like
I think that's the main thing. Yeah, it's
That's okay.
The main thing, the main one of me not sleeping, I would say is, if you were to ask me, 85% Klonopin withdrawal, and
that's a lot.
15%. Maybe how about I'll give you this. Me not sleeping.
10% gay.
Esther.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I take it back. Brody, come back.
Brody, come back. And then I'll let you be. I would say that. Oh, I'm also off the Lexapro. I told you initially I got off. That gave me a little more energy, and all under the doctor's supervision.
Is this Dr. Scholl's? Is this...
Very funny. See, Brian? Nobody gets hurt there. It's funny, gentle. Dr. Scholl's. You can't get upset with a word like that. No, it's Lexapro, not being on that. It's Klonopin, and it's also anxiety from the show earlier on, it happening. But things are settling. Things are settling, and I am sleeping better, probably a little more each night. And then I got that situation taken care of where I was going to have to be somewhere for a long time, and I couldn't be there under those conditions. And I saw that happening, and I had to be worked out. So that got worked out. I just have to have clear path and structure and create it. But I'm also at the point now where I'm older, and I built up some momentum, just kind of guide it. There's no hard turns. Everything's a guide. And that's kind of where I'm at.
I just think it's suspicious that you won't give us the time that you wake up.
Esther, I wake up at different times. I'm a comedian. Sometimes I go on late. Sometimes I don't go on at all.
Okay, that's true.
Do you sleep with the TV on?
I don't have a TV. I sleep watching Netflix. I'll sleep listening. Great question. Thank you, Brian.
Good question.
I sleep. Lately, I've been sleeping to Netflix, or I'll sleep to just talk radio. I used to sleep to music, and I'll probably get back into that. Some love songs on the coast.
Mm-hmm. I like the Carpenters to fall asleep
Oh,
to.
yeah. Karen Carpenter.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know why I feel better right now? Because I was able to get this stuff off my chest. It's just, I kind of just have to have things a certain way. But you know what? In life, you can't always have that. I get that. In life, you can't have everything your own way. But with podcasting, maybe you can. You can have it your own way. You know, I'm not getting paid. If I'm paid to be in a particular situation, yeah, I'm professional. I will keep my emotions off to the side. But right now in this growth period, this particular new feel of growth, yeah, I'm kind of, when you're going for it, you're going to it's like breaking those eggs. You're going to rub people the wrong way because you're leaping, you're reaching, You're striking while the iron's hot. Not everybody does that. Not everybody has the opportunity to do that.
You can't get to 10 million enemies without making a couple friends.
10 million enemies. Can you please? I think I know what you're saying, and I'm going to be positive. I think what you meant was 12 million friends without 10 enemies.
Maybe.
Something of that nature.
I fall asleep with a flameless candle.
You're going to... Does it have an aroma?
No, it's just a candle. It flickers like a real candle, but there's no fire, so it's not dangerous. And it has a timer, so it stays on for 5 hours.
But you... Let me ask you a question, if I may. You do not sleep by your self?
I do.
You have a solo sleeping arrangement?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the most part.
Okay,
yes.
for the most part. So...
Then how do you get drilled?
All right, Brian.
Oh my gosh.
What is she, a wall?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a wall. I'm not a plant. I'm not an oil spill. I'm a human. I'm not a picture frame.
When was the last time you got drilled?
I'm not answering that because I don't know what that means. And
Yeah, I don't know what that means, Brian.
Like,
never.
like, I don't know, like if you're having sex right now or not, but like imagine Brody comes over to your house.
Oh my
this
God.
is not that kind of relationship,
No,
Brian. I think it's been
Brian.
established that it's a fatherly older brother
that's
relationship
kinky as
between
fuck.
Esther and
Brian!
the language.
Seriously.
You're the one that just said.
Well,
Okay.
I told the guy to F off. I was making a point.
By the way, your beard looks amazing. Is
I
that
know.
Comedy Central money that's going on with that beard? I mean, because did you switch barbers since the show?
Thank you for asking that question. And
Yeah, a
yes,
little George Clooney look going to it.
I appreciate that, Brian, because you and I talk beards.
Yeah.
This lately, I've been doing this on my own the last couple trimmings, and I'm just working the mirror good. See, I've got the mirrors. That's a goatee there. But
Are you done with goatees? I'm done with them.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think everyone is.
But look at the neck. See, I use the mirrors,
That's cool.
and but yeah, my beard's good right now. It's just even, and I could just leave
it's
it.
even and full.
But here's the deal. I can get away with an even beard. I know that.
Yeah.
So people get on me sometimes like, why do you dye your beard? Do this. I think I can do either way. I can have a gray beard or not a gray beard. It doesn't matter.
Is that a natural beard right now?
Yeah, it's not dyed right now. I don't mind it gray. I guess it looks okay. But people say, well, you can't have gray. It's not good. But when you're doing comedy, I think that age is not a major factor into you working or being loved by people.
Right.
You look at Don Rickles still going. He established, I'm sure, a long time ago. Rodney Dangerfield, he wasn't a name until, I think, in his 50s. I was watching a documentary on Morton Downey Jr., the talk show host, yelling, crazy, aggressive.
Is he related to Robert Downey Jr.?
You know what? Nice question.
Thank you.
No, they're not related. They weren't. Morton passed away, and he has a documentary out. And he was on top of the world. He had a show on WOR in New York, and it's very combative and, in-your-face talk show stuff. But he was on top. He just hit. He was huge. Like Al Sharpton got his start on his show. A lot of people, Gloria Allred, a lot of people got big on his show. It was like Maury Povich, just talk shows. But he was huge, and he was 55, and he was getting young girls into him.
What?
Okay, that didn't sound right. What I'm saying is age is not... If you're funny or you're different and real, you can be 55 and be a hit, is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Don't let... If you haven't, quote-unquote, made it or found your lane and you're 43, it's okay. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Whatever happens, happens. If you hit at 55, you hit. And if you feel like, hey, I never got a chance to sow my oats and be with a lot of girls and just go for it and have fun, you're going to get that chance to live that rock star lifestyle. You can at 55. Don't feel like you can't. So if you're 43, like myself, and you're not doing that stuff yet, you're not going to do an award show, you're not getting to go to the cool after parties, you're not getting to, wait it out. If that's what you want, I don't think you want that. It's a perk, but just wait it out. I would go to those parties, but it wouldn't make who I am.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, God. I'm just thinking I'm talking to myself, actually. I'm talking to myself.
You are?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, of course I am.
Oh.
Stephen is speaking to Brody. Or is it Brody speaking to Stephen? You'll never know.
Are you upset? Wait.
Whoa.
Oh, no. Are you upset?
I'm not upset because I don't use words like that. Go ahead.
Are you upset because
No.
you
Not upset.
Are you upset that
because
she
you
sleeps
saw me
alone?
at the Chateau Marmont and that why you said the after party thing?
Probably. I did think about you when saying that, but I wasn't upset that I wasn't there. I was actually happy to see you, knowing that you were involved in some kind of Golden Globe event.
But I told you I didn't even like it and I left.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you something about that. And that's coming back into Brian or you asking, do I get recognized more? I do. It's not great. It's not all that. I mean, I appreciate it, but it is different. And I could see how.
Wait, are you upset that you saw Esther with like another guy and you wanted to just go up there and kiss her like old time's sake?
What are you talking about? No, that's not what we said at all. That's not even close to what we said at the least bit amount. Keep it cool or get out. Keep it cool or bounce.
Thank you, Esther. Thank you for sticking up for yourself. And by doing that, you stuck up for me, too. You have motherly instincts.
Thank you.
I just sat back in the nest and watched you flap your wings
Thank you.
and peck your beak
Yes.
at an evil creature attempting to hurt your children.
Yeah.
Thank you. But
I think your dog is eating something.
Yeah, all right.
you do get recognized more. It is different. Mm-hmm. I could see that. I would go to the parties if I would go. I would look forward to going. But here's the other thing: as a comedian, you want to perform.
Yeah.
You're going to go to the parties, of course. But if that's what you're all about, if you're all about just going to parties and going to, and look, I'm talking about something that I may not even have the opportunity. I'm just speaking how I would feel right now. If you're all about going to those parties, feels.
Brian.
Oh, look at the doggy.
Oh, Wiki.
Ow, my neck. You're crying. That felt good though. The reason I said my neck hurts is because that's also a withdrawal symptom.
I need an animal.
Oh, it's like massage. Yeah, look at
I
you.
want a little baby.
Wait, Brian, are you back there? Wait, she's on her own? Oh my God, I feel responsible for her.
I want a baby.
Look at the doggy. Look at you.
Wiki poo.
Look at you. Look at Wiki. Has she been on a lot, the shows?
No. I don't think she's been on.
Oh, she hasn't?
She's here for us.
She's like a monkey. Look at Wiki. All right, so what was I talking
agree
about?
with
Getting
you.
recognized.
I agree with you, Brody. Like,
No, you got to go ahead.
those parties and those things, that's not what I'm about. It's
Have fun
not-
at them.
It's not like when I went to the party for your show, that was really fun because it was
Thank you.
all of like cool people,
Right.
our friends, people we knew. That's fun. But if you're at a party and you don't know people and you feel out of place and like a loser, that's not fun. I'd rather be at the Comedy Store or
Right.
doing a set.
But even if you know those people and it is fun, you still got to be doing comedy.
Yeah.
But I guess you can do both. So, no, I was. It just is different. I like things change. It's like I used to be all into meeting, not famous people, but I'm impressed by athletes. It's cool if you're a Major League Baseball player, but I'm kind of like I'm a little bit over it. I'm into baseball and I'm into liking people, but I'm not into the going out of my way to meet some there's not many people I'd go out of my way to meet now. And I think it's because that it will happen eventually on its own. I'm just not going to force it.
Yeah.
But also, you just got your priorities change.
Yeah. I agree.
And you also, I think it's like kind of taking a photo. It's like, am I going to go up to Bill Burr and say, hey, can I get a photo with you and show it to people? I'm not going to do that. Jeff, what I do with Jeff Ross, I'm friends with Jeff. Maybe. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go. But if I was a new young comedian, I might have been excited to get a photo with Bill Burr and put it up on the internet. Me and Bill Burr are friends. You got it. But I'm not at that point with Bill Burr. Maybe one day I will. Like, I would put a photo of me and Chris D'Elia up there and go, yeah, me and D'Elia, or me and Jeff Ross. I would do that. But for me and Bill Burr, I wouldn't do that.
Why?
Because I'm not friends with him yet, necessarily. I'm not friends with him. I don't have that relationship with him. But I think a younger me would feel like, let me get a photo with him because it's cool. I'm just like I'm just a barometer. I think a younger me would have, because I had photos with like David Cross and Zach and Will Ferrell and a bunch of other comedians that were on TV. But now if I'm going to take a photo, it's because you're my friend.
Right.
You are my friend. And I'm not, it's not an impressive thing.
But like, even if you saw somebody like a Miley Cyrus or somebody, you wouldn't like, hey, can I get a photo?
I don't think so.
No. That's weird.
I wouldn't want a photo with Miley Cyrus. I wouldn't want a photo with Justin Bieber.
I would want a photo with Miley Cyrus, but I wouldn't ask for it because I just think that that's not a part of what I'm putting out in the world.
Yeah. I would say if I took a photo with Miley Cyrus, I would get a lot of hits. I would create a little bit of buzz in my Twitter world, and it may be funny. Could be funny. But you know what? I'm honestly, in terms of just live energy. Oh, you had a photo with her? Where'd you get that?
On our date.
What?
Where'd you guys go? Olive Garden?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. So you would take a photo though, Brian.
There's certain people. I'm the same way. I used to be always like, oh my God, there's Chris Rock. I'm gonna get a picture. There's this, that. But now it's it has to be somebody. Like if I saw Steve Martin, I would bite the bullet, embarrass myself. Like, hey, can I please get a photo? I would at least try, just because to me, I will worship that photo for the rest of my life. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I got a Clint Eastwood photo.
I have a Lady
that's cool.
Gaga photo.
You have a Lady Gaga. That's cool. So, I mean, some of them are cool. I guess if there are those special moments would be kind of cool. I guess, but also when I was younger, doing all that stuff, getting photos, it was also for promotion. It was also letting people know, hey, I'm out there. I'm doing stuff. Check this out. I'm meeting this person, meeting that person. And people were also into it. But now everyone's taking photos. It's just, so if I'm going to take a photo, it's got to be real, and I'm not doing it to make myself better either. You know, I'm not going to, let me take a photo with that person to create buzz and you just got to believe in yourself. And everyone's doing pictures. It's just, I'd rather, yeah, you explained it perfectly, Brian. I wouldn't, it'd have to be, you know.
Me so hungry.
What are you hungry for?
For a snack.
A big snack?
No.
Esther, what, you got bored, Esther?
No.
Well,
I start to feel hungry.
I'm going to ask you some questions.
Do you like corn dogs?
No.
Esther.
Yeah.
You got any stand-up coming up?
I'm doing the American.
Oh, I am too, coming up in a couple weeks or so. What date? What night?
I think I'm there Sunday, February 16th.
I'm doing the week before.
Whoa.
Who's on the show with you?
I don't know. Oh, I think it might be Benji.
Oh, it'll be a fun night down there in San Diego, California. Esther Padvitsky, you got it.
Who's doing it with you?
I don't know yet. I'm still working out the details. Who's going to join me when I go down to San Diego, California on February 9th.
And
The
I'll be
American
there
Comedy Company.
February 16th. Everyone should come see both of us.
Esther will be there February 16th, and we're having a great time. And it's about putting out positive energy and just feeling good. Mm-hmm. And it's just staying the course, following your heart, making a couple bucks. It honestly, I hate to say it's about money. It is about money, but that shouldn't drive you. You got to drive from the heart, and you got to be into chicks or into guys if you're a girl.
Right. Okay.
What was that? Why'd you exhale like that, Brian? You took a deep breath.
Well, one of my favorite things that is your last episode of Enjoy It. You had
Enjoy
that
It.
Hot date with that hot Asian.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of chemistry.
Did you drill her?
But I can't go into detail.
Are you talking about what's her name?
Did she drill you?
What's her name?
Venus? Oh,
I met Venus.
Oh, yeah, she's great. And I met her at a podcast, and there was just a lot of chemistry, and I felt that, if we had a date, it was just being real, and I felt I needed to be a part of the show.
Have you hit it?
Since? Mm-hmm. Or then, or did I?
Yeah.
I don't kind of go into my personal life, but I'll just let your imagination run wild.
At least with BJ, right?
What do you mean?
A juicy Brode.
No, I'll say something to you, Brian. And I'll say
Brode
something.
juice.
I'm going to say something to Brian. I'll say something to Esther. I'll say something to the audience. I pushed it to the limit. I allowed my mind, my body, my spirit, everything out there.
But Brody, this is a thing that you always say you push to the limit, but then you don't say what that meant.
I don't need to go into detail about anything. How dare you? How dare you take a stand, Esther? I'm your guardian.
Did you do Venus in the butt?
Brian, I don't go into any I don't do stuff of that nature.
You don't do anal?
In what way?
I mean, take it or give it?
Here's the deal.
Like Esther, do you take it and give it?
No, I don't.
If you
take
tell
it or
somebody,
give it.
Brian, if you tell somebody, don't think of a pink elephant. Don't think about a metal contraption spreading your private areas. Don't think about those things. You know what you do? You think about those things. And if you're an artist and you're a free spirit and you know that it takes a certain something to make a project pop, you'll go there. You will go there. So, am I 10% gay? I think so. I think I am. And I went on record saying I am 10% gay.
I'll be 10% gay with you.
But, and here's the big but. I'm going to be with a woman. I want to have a child eventually. I feel now that I laid it out there professionally, personally, can exhale. There's no hiding. And nobody said anything. It's all good. I can really be myself. And that's attractive to a woman. And yeah, I am getting not a better quality, but women that I'm more attracted to on Twitter. They like my show. You click on their profile. Not bad. I didn't get that before. So I am getting a little more of that. And that feels good and it feels right. But
what happened to Venus though? Like, why don't you just make babies with her and stuff?
I'm not ruling that out. I am not ruling that out. But in the meantime, I got to find a girlfriend first. And then maybe a wife, and then maybe a child. But I have to get all these other things physically taken care of. I got to get my head right, my chest right. And Brian, I'm already getting girls coming up to me more than before. Way more.
Any black ones?
Oh my gosh, that's racist.
That's not racist. I mean, do they watch your show? Like, do you have what kind of girls are you talking about? Like Jewish girls?
I am doing cross promotion with BET, so there is some of that.
I think your dog was eating a cough drop.
No, it was. It's a bone.
I don't know. It smells like a cough drop, and it looks like a cough drop.
Gross.
Wiki, you a stinky little girl. You're my baby. I want a baby.
You can take care of that baby.
Hi, I'll be your mommy.
When you see Esther hold that dog like a baby, do you fantasize about her being the
Oh
mother
my
of your
God.
child?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm watching Esther. I'm observing her. I'm watching her mannerisms. She is really putting out some good motherly instincts.
Thank you.
I could see you holding your child.
Thank you. I'm a mommy in training.
I'm serious. Right there, when Brian said that, can you see her holding a baby? Yeah.
Can you give me that cough drop?
I'm not going to touch a
just a dog
naked cough drop.
You tongue kiss your dog, but you
Esther, you are blossoming into a woman.
Thank you, Brody.
I think it's time we have the talk. Welcome to the talk on CBS.
Get it away from me, Brian.
Brian, stop it. Don't be aggressive like that.
Okay.
Okay? Don't push it. I had a 5150. Yeah, I got quiet.
What's a 5150?
No, I'm just joking. I was trying to do a new bit. I'm going to start writing jokes. Well, 5150 is being thrown in the psychological ward against your will. Don't do it. You're making a mistake.
You got
I
the wrong
love
guy.
sleep.
So, when are you going to find out if there's a season 2 of Enjoy It? Is this something that you will know soon, or is this something that could happen anytime? There's really no idea.
Here's what it is. No, I don't know. No, I don't know when. No, I don't know if.
Were the ratings good?
My gut instinct is no. That's my gut instinct. If you were to ask me today, will there be a season 2 of what you did? My gut instinct, and my gut is not always correct. A lot of times it is. My gut instinct is no, not in that form. For whatever reason,
Were the ratings good, though? For the
I
first-
think the ratings out of the gate were what they expected, the first episode, but they stuck around, which was nice. So they actually thought the numbers were good, and the audience actually stuck around. The next week the numbers were actually better. A lot more people tuned in. But percentage-wise, they didn't stick around. But we had a lot of new viewers. The third installment was kind of a mixture of the first two.
Right.
And then after that, I don't know. I kind of it's out of my control. I could only do so much. And I don't think, look, Comedy Central went above and beyond what I thought would happen. And it was, they did a great job with promoting it. And nowhere, I didn't walk away feeling like they promoted it more. That's why was it on at midnight, this and that. I'm just thankful I had an opportunity. And that's just the way it goes. And maybe it will catch on Hulu and some other platforms.
That would be
if
cool.
it's still out there. But that's my feeling would be or is that hopefully it will stay up in some kind of digital platform, and we'll just kind of keep growing, getting momentum, because it did affect people. I get a lot of emails from people who have gone through what I went through or know somebody who went through what I went through, and that I hear the inspiration, the positive energy, and being honest and helpful. I did not set out to do a show like that. I don't come in heavy-handed, listen to me, this is the way it is. I just followed my instincts along the way. And you know what? I made mistakes. I screwed up. I was right about some things. I was wrong about others. I communicated right. I communicated wrong. I got emotional. I didn't. I was immature. All these things. And look, I just went for it. I knew I had those parameters to work with in this sandbox, and I kind of blew the walls out of it a little bit. And that could be, when you're doing that may be not necessarily a ratings getter. But maybe in the long run, who knows? But the bottom line is, I don't know what's going to happen if there's another season. Do I have thoughts in my head where it would go? Yeah, but I'm also in a different place right now. I'm in a different, I explained the whole thing. I'm in a different mental place. So, but working on that, I feel like, I could do another one. I don't want to get personal anymore. I really don't want to do anything that's going to make me uncomfortable. It's not healthy for me. The whole, going on the date with Venus. Yeah, obviously we're doing comedy, but is there some truth to it? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? It's like, that's stressful. That doesn't feel good. To be questioned about, did you become intimate with a transsexual? Okay? That there's no way you're going to feel good answering a question like that or watching it happen on a program or doing it.
You could spin it to feel empowered about the fact that you're just honest and that you have the confidence and the bravery to be honest about things that not everyone necessarily would be.
Well,
I understand.
Would you ever be with a transgender, Esther?
I don't know. There's no way for me to answer. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball.
She is eating gumdrops. Be a better parent, Brian. Son of a... I mean, the dog is going to start eating chocolate next? You can't do that.
Where is she getting the gumdrops?
I mean, it's not even a gumdrop, Esther.
What is
It's
it?
a lozenge.
A cough drop. That's what I said. Those are...
Oh, then you said bubble gum. You said gumdrop.
I said cough drop.
I don't think you did.
I
She
said cough drop.
I think you said gum.
I would never say gumdrop.
Can you rewind the tape?
Yes.
I would never say gumdrop.
I think you
those
did.
Are from the 50s.
I think you did.
Nobody eats gumdrops.
Okay,
anymore.
I thought you said gum.
Cough.
Your dog's eating
All right, but the
cough
point
drop.
is, all right, where was I?
Esther, what's your DPDs? Somebody asked on Twitter.
What is that?
Your damps per day. How many times a day do you get damp?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Like girls get damp. Yeah,
I get damp too. That's why I use Gold Bonds. My feet get damp. My armpits get damp.
Right.
My hands get clammy.
It's different depending where in time in the month you are.
Really?
Oh, great.
So, like,
Esther.
if you're, like, on
you
your
got
period-
okay, here we go. Period talk. Bring out the tongs and spread it.
Do you get wet when you're on your period, or does it just like more blood?
Oh my gosh, it's just blood, okay? And then if you're ovulating, whatever, I'm done. I can't.
I mean, like
Look, when Esther is Ovaltining, it's strawberry flavored.
Okay.
Oh, does it
You want to
taste
play
like
that game? You want to play
strawberry?
that game? I can go there.
Does it just taste like strawberry or smell like strawberry?
No, it tastes like a bag of pennies.
Oh,
Strawberries from Knott's Berry Farm.
nuts.
Bag of pennies. What is this, a coin star? Boom, got it. Doing comedy. All right, where's the rant? It's not here. Because I'm being let free to run.
What are gumdrops?
I don't know. You said it,
I didn't
Esther.
say it.
All right. Well, I thought I heard it.
I didn't.
But you have to take what I say with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Ask me a couple more questions, and then I know you got to go.
How many times a day do you get a boner?
Oh my god.
Why would you want to know that, Brian?
Well, I just want to know.
I mean, let me tell you what. I've never, ever
BPD
asked another. Oh, you're saying that guy asked?
No, yeah,
Who's asking me
this
that?
guy on Twitter.
Is asking me how many times I get a boner?
Your BPDs.
So, what does that mean again?
Boners per day. Boners per day.
Does your dog get a period?
Yeah, they do, but not anymore.
I would say, I don't know, 5 a day.
5 a day?
I don't know.
Mostly in the morning, night. You a night boner?
I would say a morning bee, and
Depends if we have a podcast with Esther. If you have a boner,
no, Esther. I don't look at Esther that way.
you don't.
No.
You've never looked at Esther and said, like, "Man, I
no, not at all. I don't know. I just don't go there.
I would."
My instincts tell me no.
Just because I'm a girl, it doesn't mean that people are attracted or want to boner me.
Yeah.
Whatever. You're adorable. I'm sure he's thought about drilling you. at
No,
least.
I
Why
haven't.
Would you say
Honestly,
that? That's so rude.
Brian,
to say.
honestly, I haven't. How does that sound?
Sounds like you're lying.
Brian, this is inappropriate, Brian. How many BPD do
Come on,
you
we could
get?
be honest. DPDs.
How many DVDs do you have? Ask me a couple more questions. This is fun.
I have 3 DVDs.
I'm getting rid of mine.
So you get damn 3 times a day.
No,
You get damn way
have
more than that, I
3
bet.
DVDs.
So Esther,
Yeah.
when are we going to do this again?
I
In a
don't
couple
know.
weeks?
Sure.
Sure. I thought it was pretty good. It's been good. I mean, I could keep going, but we like to keep these. I bet you we've done 55 minutes.
Hour and 30.
Are you serious?
5.
Oh, wow.
35.
I think it's gone pretty well. I feel good about it. Do you feel like
I feel good. I feel like we're back in the swing
we got a
of
rhythm.
things.
We got a rhythm
We have
going.
Our rhythm. I know I have to move my car soon, so I know we should wrap it up, but I'm prepared to do this again soon. I don't need to wait another year. But I know you were busy with the show.
I was.
I was
Which show? I was busy.
with Brody Stevens Enjoy It on Comedy Central.
Yeah, it was.
You can watch all the episodes on Comedy Central's website.
Are they still up there?
Yeah, I was trying
wow.
to find the Venus episode, but I couldn't find it.
So, any more? I could. Any more specific questions? I'm willing to answer. Please ask me one more or two more questions.
When you saw Esther the other day at the chateau, why did
This
you
is
say
going to be
hi?
funny. Well, I was driving.
Oh.
No, ask me a question about the show. Esther, what are you going through your bag? What is this? So let's make a deal? Where's Wayne Brady? What's going on? Look behind curtain number 2.
I was just seeing if I could find a snack, but I didn't. I'm okay.
Can you ask me one more question for closure?
Yeah.
You got cookies? I gave you cookies.
For closure, I can't eat gluten anymore.
Those are gluten free.
No, I think we covered
they?
the.
Prove it.
I'll make a closing statement instead of the final question. I think we covered a lot of topics here. I feel we did a good job. We had a nice balance. We had some tension. We had some nice talking. We had some drama. We had some laughter. Mm-hmm. We had some awkward moments. We had some fun, playful moments. We involved an animal. We involved questions from the internet.
That you didn't answer.
That I didn't answer.
Neither of you did.
But I feel, all things considered, it was a solid podcast. It was a nice return of Brode and Esther. Brian did a good job. We had to kind of rein him in. He got aggressive in the doctor's office with the tools and the tongs and the metal objects.
And Esther's big, wide.
Wait, come on, Brian, please. I mean, you can't do that on Nickelodeon.
I have the body of a child.
But the lips of an adult.
I am a child to you.
I mean, Esther was on New Girl.
Yeah.
She has to be careful.
Well, just don't talk about the extended labia shit, and she'll be fine.
What are you talking about?
Do you have an extended labia?
I don't even know what that means, and I don't want to know, and I want to move on.
Doesn't it seem like the Brody that like somebody that's like made like Esther like adorable? Like she looks like she's this little adorable cute girl.
What are you saying?
Don't you think though like that somebody like her would be the type of person that had just like the weirdest meaty vagina
what
ever?
Are you?
All right, Brian.
So
I mean,
I know,
That's gross. That's
like
inappropriate. That's rude. You're off base. You're just It's like now we have to end on a bad note when we were in a really good spot.
Let's end positive.
We forgave you. We were ready to move on from the vaginal questions, and now you bring them back. It's like, who does that? What?
Keep going, Esther. Let him hear it.
What?
Come on. Keep it up.
Understand.
Go after him.
You need to respect the game. You need to respect your fellow comrades.
Keep going.
You need to respect Brody. You need to respect Esther. And you need to, most importantly,
respect yourself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Like, is it like the size of a little finger long?
You're not getting it. You're not taking in what we're saying. We're your friends. We're here to help you, to reach out to you, and teach you how to be a proper adult. Because you haven't learned.
She is nailing it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Brody. I think we need to wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Like the fabulous Thunderbirds. Wrap it up. They had a song called Wrap It Up.
Is it like...
I swear to God.
Is it like that?
Oh, my God.
What is it like?
Brian.
Oh, my God. I'm leaving.
Is this going out over a podcast? I can't have that.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. I literally don't know what I'm looking at.
Brian, I think...
Come on.
Is that?
But Brian, here's the deal. I can't show that. I'll tell you why I can't show that. If you take that off, can you please...
Take it off!
Brian, please take that off. I'll tell you why. Mm-hmm. Because people are... I have... There's people watching... You like the Family Guy? Is that a good show?
Yeah.
They can't show that. Do they talk about labias on the show?
Well, yeah, they do. But
Okay, I have to go move my car. This is just getting out of hand. What show are you talking about?
All right, let's keep it. I'm gonna do a clean out. I just
Clean
can't.
out.
I can't do the labia stuff. I got it. It doesn't make me feel good. It's not good for my career. I can't be involved with that. That's just It's like I'm endorsing it when I'm on a show has my name and they're showing a labia. Not my comedy.
So you don't
not
like
me.
labias?
You
like them tucked in like a little girl.
I don't want it on my
We
show. I
don't
can't be.
need
That's what
that
gets me going. It's like
here.
Brian.
This is a comedy show.
I can't be around that. Here's the deal. Could I talk like that around Zach? No. Do I want to? No. And if I did, I wouldn't be in that world. It's just not who I am. Can I talk about labias in front of Joe Torre? No. Do I want to? No. Is it acceptable? No. Certain places it is. Certain places. Comedy store, goofing around, late at night, F yeah. Podcasting, sure, but I got to fight it off. But I think there's people listening who are successful comedic minds who are following me. And we have an opportunity to not do that kind of stuff and get some credit. Get some credit. Say, that's smart comedy. I want this guy at my show.
Yeah, but now if Esther does have a big labia, you could pretty much hurt her feelings.
What are you fucking saying, Brian? You got me to swear. You're being rude to me, rude to Brody, and most importantly,
rude to yourself. Brian, why are you doing that?
Let us out of here in a peaceful manner where we can all agree and get along, okay? I'm hungry. I need a snack.
I'm hungry too.
I need to get to my car, move it, because now it's the time where it needs to be moved. We got to close it up. I'm going to be at the American Comedy Club in San Diego, February 16th, Sunday. Brody's going to be there.
I'm going to be there on February 9th. I'm also going to be in Tempe, Arizona later in March. And then I'm going to go to New England and hang out and do some shows there. You got it. Push and believe. Never quit. Stephen Brody Stevens here with Little Esther and Brian Redban Reichel, pushing and making things happen with Bow Wow Wow not playing in the background because it's Bananarama. She's got it. Oh, baby. She's got it. Yeah. Her name's Vina. Wait, Brian. You son of a bastard. That is totally not cool.
See you guys.